Hi everybody, here is the recording for Thursday's lesson for your Social 07A. So open up your Social 07A course, and it is the third. So you'll want to go to thinking about Egypt. Okay. And from there you can see review Unit 4 vocabulary. And if you you can click on that and that'll open up a new tab. Okay, so you've got the tabs up here. And check out the words, practice Quizlet, practice Nearpod. Quiz is going to be, or if you want to just do the vocabulary matching, you can do that. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to this tab. Read through the rest of the directions. Read the lesson introduction. Okay, here's the lesson introduction. Let's click on that. All right, that's going to keep us in the same tab. So after we do the lesson introduction, we're going to want to go back to the lesson. Okay, so thinking about Egypt, you have studied the art and architecture of ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia to learn more about those cultures. That was in yesterday's lesson. Remember the ebooks? Historians study art and architecture to understand a society's values and priorities, but artifacts give clues about other aspects of culture as well. They can tell us, for example, how monuments were constructed, who did the work, and what skills they had, and what natural resources were available in a region. Okay, so we looked at all of that yesterday in lesson 4.09. Okay, let's go back to the lesson. Okay, so we're in content now. So here's those directions. We just read through that lesson introduction. So yesterday's lesson was 4.09, early civilizations everywhere. We can click on that real quick. And if you remember from this lesson, there were two ebooks, okay, Trade and Commerce and Arts and Culture, and then a worksheet that I wanted you to fill in. Okay, there's the worksheet right there. There's the Trade and Commerce. There's the Arts and Culture. And when you click on that Trade and Commerce, it brought up an ebook. And then the ebook would open up in a new tab. Okay, and if I were to go back here, go back into the lesson, I could also open up the Arts and Culture ebook. Okay, open that. So there's those two books right there. Okay, and then in both books, there's you've got Trade and Commerce, but you've got Ancient Mesopotamia. And then you've got Ancient Egypt. So you just have to scroll to find those. All right. So let's go back to lesson 4.09. So this is all from yesterday. So you were to open up those books. If you couldn't get the books out opened, I do have some documents here that, if we take a look, it shows those pages. Okay, ancient Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, but see how they're smaller? That's why I wanted you to actually open up the e-reader, because they're a little bigger, and it's just a little bit easier for you to read. Okay, so let's go back to the lesson. Okay, so that was yesterday's lesson. Let's go back to lesson 410. Okay, we're in unit 4. There's lesson 10. All right, so for today's lesson. Now let's open up this Learn Art and Architecture, complete the online activity. So right here, let's open up Art and Architecture. Okay, use what you know. Previously, you observed the art and architecture of Abu Simbel and made some deductions about why Ramses included certain features in the temple. Today, you'll analyze some photographs of art and architecture from Sumer and Egypt and draw some conclusions. Okay, so let's go to the next screen to match those conclusions. So right here, match the images with the conclusions. So, and you have to notice that you have to scroll down. So, working in the fields, are they honoring the gods? Are they believing in an afterlife? There's a division of labor. The river was important. The job required large numbers of workers. What would be the best? And you're going to put the letter in the box. Okay, if you're not sure, go to the next one. Building the pyramids. Okay, which would be the best one? I'd probably do large number of workers. Okay, so I'd put B there. King of Ur offering sacrifice to a god. Okay, what's that going to be? And then once you've got your answers in, you can check them. Then you can see there's another page here. Match the images with the conclusion. Okay, some gold vases from Ur. What did they conclude? Egyptian sculptors, transporting of wood, fishing in a lake, stone calendar. And again, the people used local resources. The society had skilled craftsmen and artists. Everyday objects were worthy of good craftsmanship. So put your answers in and then check, all right, and see what you think. All right, let's go back to the directions. So we're going back to lesson 410. So you completed the online activity. Okay, check your answers from the 4.09 comparison worksheet. Oh, so your comparison worksheet from yesterday, there's an answer key right here. Okay, so you've done the introduction, you did this. Open that up. And do you have something similar to these? Okay. Do you have some things that are similar? All right, so check those out. Then you can, once you look those over and check yours out, play the quizzes review game before taking the quiz. Okay. So quiz on that, or play the quizzes, click on this and play the quizzes game. Then take the quiz. The quiz isn't due until Friday, but again, complete lessons 4.9 and 4.10 before taking the quiz. Play that review game, okay? Do this comparison in here too. All right, so do those things before you take the quiz. And that is the lesson for Thursday. Don't forget to review your vocabulary, and then there will be a quiz on Friday for the quiz, for the vocabulary. You can take this quiz, the Comparing Cultures and Interim quiz, anytime. It's not due until Friday, but you can take it anytime. You don't have to wait until Friday. All right, have a good day. If you have any questions, feel free to email me.